Hey guys, welcome back to Clownfish TV. This is Kneon. I'm here with Geeky Sparkles.
Hello.
And we're going to do a quick follow-up, a coda, a funeral for Birds of Prey.
Well, people are saying maybe it'll pick up.
It's not going to pick up. It's done. It's over. This bird is cooked.
It just started.
Yeah, but it's already over.
I know.
It's over. Birds of Prey is over. It came, it went. It did half of what Warner Brothers hoped, and it's actually worse than we thought it was. We did a video yesterday talking about it, and it just seems like every day the news gets worse and worse and worse. Now, already you've got some of the pundits, like Scott Mendelsohn from Forbes, chiming in with what went wrong, and his reasons for what went wrong sound an awful lot like some of the stuff we've been saying.
Yep.
Not that Scott Mendelsohn listens to us, but it's a lot of
It's common sense.
Common sense. So we're going to talk about that, and we're going to talk about the male gaze, maybe.
Yeah.
The male gaze. And the excuses are already...
They already are.
They're already
Now, to be
starting
fair,
excuses.
we did not go see this movie.
No.
We are not going to go see this movie.
No.
It's not my kind of movie.
But people who have seen it, who I thought would hate it, actually liked it.
Right.
So the marketing actually did it more of a disservice. We'll talk about that too. Before we get into it, please subscribe for more pop culture news, views, and rants. We're almost 100,000 subs, guys. Thank you so much for the support.
Yep.
We really appreciate it. All the news outlets are stating the obvious. Birds of Prey was a flop, a bomb, whatever you want to call it. It did much, much worse than was projected. It was supposed to do 50+ million domestic. As of today, 33 million domestic and like 80 million worldwide.
Ooh.
With the overseas, it was supposed to do 110 to 125.
Yeah, and you can't blame it on China being closed down because of the virus thing, because it wasn't going to play in China anyway.
Yeah, it was never going to play in China. So that's not good. And even Polygon is like, this is not good. Here they go. But Variety suggests the coronavirus outbreak spreading to Southeast Asia has weakened. No, it was never going to open in China. It was never going to open in China. Other countries around China, yeah. It is the lowest opening of any DC Extended Universe film. This was actually called before it hit the low that it hit. They were saying, well, it was going to do under what Shazam did, which was like 56 million or something like that. And it came in way under. It was like
way under
33. Like, I don't think anybody could have called it being that low. Again,
you did, but no, you still said 40 something.
I thought it would do about 40.
Yeah.
I honestly did not think it was going to do that badly until I started seeing all the empty theaters.
Yeah.
All the unsold tickets. It's like, oh, this is dire.
I honestly thought it was going to be okay just because it's basically the Harley Quinn movie. So I thought that would pull it out, but apparently not.
Well, yeah, they didn't promote the Harley Quinn aspect as much as they should have in the marketing, and that's one thing that was pointed out.
Well, no, they didn't. They're calling it Birds of Prey, and they really didn't show the Birds of Prey at all.
No, they didn't.
I mean, in the marketing.
Yeah, and they don't look anything like the Birds of Prey in the comics. They're nothing like the Birds of Prey in the comics. I mean, there are a lot of things that went wrong with this movie. And there were people saying that maybe they should have waited a week. It's like, no,
Why?
They wait a week, they're going to run into Sonic the Hedgehog.
Why would waiting a week have made any difference?
It's not going to make a difference.
It would have made no difference whatsoever.
It's not going to.
It's not a Valentine's Day movie.
No, it's not. So, okay, Scott Mendelsohn talking about how he doesn't understand. The word of mouth was good. The critical scores were good, but nobody gave a shit about Birds of Prey. So here are his thoughts on it. His thoughts. Warner Brothers should have waited a week.
Why?
Because of Valentine's Day and President's Day. But again, we have Sonic the Hedgehog next weekend.
I just don't think Valentine's Day was going to make a difference with this one, guys.
No.
I mean, when I think about, hey, romantic evening, I don't think, let's go watch a bunch of women shoot guys in the balls. It doesn't seem like a good time to me.
Well, if you're not having a very good,
I guess it was an anti-Valentine's Day.
Anti-Valentine's
if you broke up with your boyfriend or girlfriend, and you're like, F you, I guess I can see it. I guess I can see it in that regard.
Warner Brothers should have titled it Harley Quinn and the Birds of Prey.
Yes.
I do agree with that. That's what I said about the marketing. They're calling it Birds of Prey, and they're showing nothing but Harley Quinn, but then the Harley Quinn is lost in the subtitle. Mm-hmm. It's like, just give her a damn solo movie. It's Harley Quinn, the Harley Quinn movie. But they didn't do that. Birds of Prey is an existing title and has great value to comic book fans. It's less of a selling point to general audiences.
Well, not when you ruin the characters. They don't like the comics either.
Yeah. And they actually have a Harley Quinn and the Birds of Prey comic book.
They just retconned to fit this movie.
They retconned to fit the movie. You know, and yes, I'm guessing the marquee character awareness is why the film had a ridiculous subtitle and the fantabulous emancipation of one Harley Quinn.
Yeah, it was a really stupid tag. It was like tacked on and it was dumb and it was unnecessary.
Yeah.
It should have been like Harley Quinn, the Birds of Prey, or, you know.
Well, she's not actually a bird of prey, I don't think.
Well, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. She is now in the comics because they flipping changed it in the comics as of recently to go with this movie.
Emphasizing the Birds of Prey did little for general moviegoers and left fans confused, as Harley Quinn is not a card-carrying member, and B, the most famous participant, Oracle / Batgirl, was missing in action.
Right, exactly. Well, you know, we can't do that, you know. We can't do that because, you know, it's a problem because she's got red hair. And we can't have that.
We can't have any
in
gingers.
movies in Hollywood. So,
that's right.
Of course, he left her out because she kicks ass and is a redhead. Can't
That's
have
right.
that.
Can't have that. It was a loose sequel to Suicide Squad without Batman, Joker, or Will Smith. That's not untrue. You know, Will Smith was kind of a draw for Suicide Squad. People wanted to see Jared Leto's Joker.
Oh, it's not. It didn't do well because it was a loose sequel without men?
Yeah.
Is that basically what he just said? Oh, how dare they?
Yeah. One marquee character, no marquee movie stars. Suicide Squad had a combo of movie stars: Will Smith, Ben Affleck, etc. Marquee characters: Harley Quinn, Batman, Joker. Birds of Prey had a singular marquee character, Harley Quinn, whose popularity may have been overvalued, at least among adults.
Which we've said a few times and gotten all kinds of, and, you know, as I'm repeating myself again, it's like we know. Go ahead.
Yeah, so basically Mendelsohn's saying that the rest of the cast is not big enough to draw in
It's probably
audiences. The R rating cost the film the casually curious, or I like DC Marvel movies, general moviegoers, because they were kids. They couldn't bring their own kids or were worried that the R rating signaled a grisly experience.
They said it was hard R. But, you know, you can't say that. You're not allowed to. Everybody will jump all over you because it shouldn't be rated PG just because it's Harley Quinn. Even though I don't think it should either. But I'm also going to say it again. They've been marketing it to kids, and that's what they've been doing.
Yeah, they keep marketing Harley Quinn to kids, you know?
I mean, not to say adults can't like it. Not saying they can't
No.
give it an R rating. I'm just saying they've been pushing it to kids. People aren't going to take their kids.
She's not really the female equivalent. They're trying to make her the female equivalent of Deadpool.
Yeah, it's just not. No.
And it's not even the same. It's not even the same thing.
People took their kids to Deadpool, so.
Yeah. Online excitement doesn't equal mainstream interest.
That's true, because it's online excitement on Twitter.
The relative underperformance of Birds of Prey is another example of audiences not showing up for the thing they claim, or at least the media claims.
Right there.
They
right
want
there.
from Hollywood.
There you got it. Summed it up in one.
Mendelsohn's turned heel.
I'm just saying. Yeah, it's another example. Audiences not showing up for the thing they claim, or at least the media claims they want from Hollywood. Right there. Winner, chicken dinner. He figured it out.
Yeah, that media would actually include sites like Forbes.
Right, but that's it. People keep telling the Hollywood they don't like what they're giving them. They don't show up. They vote with their wallets, and instead of being like, wow, maybe the main audiences don't like the stuff, their takeaway is, it's because they're all misogynist. Let's double down harder next time.
But I think we're seeing an end of this.
Where was this copious online interest that he speaks of? Because I wasn't seeing it.
I didn't see it either. A lot of people were like, what the hell did they do to the Birds of Prey?
Mostly what I was hearing was that, or, you know, how it was okay where Joker was bad because it was women.
Yeah.
Those are the two things I was hearing, and that wasn't even a whole lot of people talking about that.
Okay, so usually I complain about this in regard to non-comic book or non-franchise flicks that played to empty theaters, and sure, you can say that Tomb Raider wasn't that good, or Darkest Mind got lousy reviews, but money is money. If Joker, Green Book, and The Lion King make big bucks while Birds of Prey, Widows, and Tomorrowland don't, that's what will get made at a theatrical level. You wonder why there's so many sequels, reboots, prequels, remakes, tentpole. It's because that's what makes the money.
Well, yeah.
It's a safe thing.
Exactly.
Safe bet.
But I think we need new things, but we need good things. Good new things. And that's where we're running into trouble.
And again, you know, to the point we talked about in the previous video, like a big fail for this movie was you could have had the Birds of Prey comic book fandom show up, but a lot of them were so turned off by the fact that they had taken so many liberties with the characters that it no longer resembles the comic book.
Yeah.
If you had done comic book accurate, you know, Canary and Batgirl and, you know, and Huntress, it probably would have done better. I'm just a theory.
It probably would have, because people would have been at least quasi-recognizable, but yeah.
Yeah, so,
I'm trying to figure out where you're going with this now.
Well, no, I'm just reading off the list. Bad Boys for Life stole the thunder. Yeah,
you mean a movie with men? Oh, they can't say that.
Can't say that.
You're going to be called a misogynist for sure.
It's ironic that a sequel to a massively successful Will Smith movie, sans Will Smith, got hammered by a sequel to a massively successful Will Smith movie starring Will Smith.
Yeah, it's kind of...
This happened before, though, didn't it? Remember Men in Black International? It was a sequel without Will Smith, and you know what made more money than that? Aladdin. Aladdin made a lot more money with Will Smith. You know, maybe they should have paid for Will Smith.
Maybe they should have, but then you know they can't because he's a dude, and dudes in this movie have to be bad guys. So
the R rating left kids and parents with kids out in the cold, and they're gonna start making the Joker comparison. This is not the same thing. Joker was not even. I barely considered a comic book movie. This was basically a comic book movie. This was a comic book movie based on the comic book they just made up and not the actual comic book.
Isn't that kind of like a bullcrap excuse because the R rating? Because they've had R-rated movies now. Recently, they've just been kicking all kinds of rear, and people were surprised because they were rated R, but they've been dominating. You know, so to say that's the case isn't necessarily true. I mean, it is in this case probably, but I'm just saying, you know, you can't say it's because it's R-rated for everything.
Yeah, that used to be the excuse. And now
Deadpool, you know, they did the PG-13 version, but it was R, and it broke records. And then they had Joker, and Joker did what it did, and it was rated R. So being an R rating isn't necessarily a hindrance.
They're just looking for excuses at this point, because I think there are going to be comparisons. Well, we have a Harley Quinn movie, an R-rated Harley Quinn movie, coming a couple months after an R-rated Joker movie. How come Joker did so well and Harley Quinn?
White male rage.
White male
rage. That's what they'll say. That's not why, but that's what they'll say. And you know what? The seats were empty, and that means women didn't come either.
Yeah. Yeah, they didn't. So the film opened amid a flurry of R-rated movies, including Bad Boys for Life.
Yeah, that's R-rated too.
Yeah, 1917, all making more money. The Gentleman and The Invisible Man's going to open. A PG-13 Birds of Prey would have stood out from the crowd. So the next, I guess, geek movie that appeals to a family audience is going to be Sonic the Hedgehog this weekend. And that's what most families are probably
I kind of want to see what it does in comparison. I really kind of want to see. One person I saw on Twitter was talking about how they went to buy their tickets ahead and the theater was already half sold out.
Really?
For Sonic, and that was like a couple weeks ago.
Oh my gosh, that's crazy.
So
we'll have
to see what happens. I'm really curious to see what happens.
Yeah, it's just, it only did 81 million worldwide, including an underwhelming 48 million overseas. China is unlikely to play a role.
Well, it wasn't going to run in China.
So they can't use the R rating and China to make excuses for this movie.
Right, because other R-rated movies have been blowing up. So it's not the way it works. I mean, anymore.
There was just a lack of interest in the movie.
I remember we were kids. There was a whole bunch of R-rated movies all the time, and they were always really popular. Remember?
Yeah, RoboCop, Friday the 13th.
I know they always were like huge movies.
Yeah. So part of it, you know, we talked about the marketing and we talked about the media, and I don't think the media the marketing has necessarily been the kind of buzz that you want to generate for this movie, because as I understand it, again, we haven't seen it, but as I understand it, they did a huge disservice to the movie by playing up the woman power angle, playing up the fact that Harley Quinn is averting the male gaze. You know, all these articles, we're seeing it on the Mary Sue, Birds of Prey producer responds to trolls criticizing the film's sex appeal.
Who's criticizing the film's sex appeal?
Apparently trolls are... I don't know. Who are the trolls? Who are the trolls? But there was so much of this going into this movie that, you know, it turned a lot of people off.
So wait, let me get this straight. So if you're a guy and you go to this movie and you ogle the characters, that's bad. Yes. But if you're a woman who's into women and you go to the movie and you ogle the characters, that's okay.
Yeah.
But in the reality, neither men nor women really went to see this movie.
Yeah.
And what I was seeing was mostly men that went to see the movie.
Well, okay, so get this. We start right out of the gate, because this is a lie. It's a truth, universally acknowledged, that any nerd property that dares to empower women will be met with the vitriol of 1,000 online trolls.
Oh, for F's sake. You know, I remember when Alita came out, and because it went up against Captain Marvel, the media had a shit fit. Instead of being happy that there's 2 female-led movies, they had to somehow lessen Alita to elevate Captain Marvel. Find problems with Alita to elevate Captain Marvel, because people liked Alita better.
They criticized her boobs, her robotic boobs.
Yes, that's what they went after. I remember it. So don't give me this. Every time there's a property that empowers women, it's met by online trolls. Okay, yes, it was. But in your case, it was met by the online media trolls, because you did the exact damn thing last year with Alita and Captain Marvel. But it doesn't count when it's something that goes against your narrative.
Well, that's just it. And
oh yeah, she brings it up. Carol Danvers' haircut.
the Carol Danvers haircut, and this is tired. Rose Tico, no, it had nothing to do with Rose Tico's existence.
But then they can't admit to that because they have to, double down on their bullshit.
I don't remember anybody talking about wanting to see Harley Quinn's ass. I think they were more like, this movie looks like ass.
Yeah, that's mostly what it was. I didn't hear anybody say they wanted to see her butt.
And in a somewhat related note, we'll just mention this real quick. There's an article on, I think it was New York Times, Britt Marling, who is, I believe, the co-creator, producer, star of the OA on Netflix, which I've never seen, so
no, I haven't seen either.
I don't know, but she
had valid points.
She actually had valid points. Very lengthy article. You can go out and find it. Some people sent it to us on Twitter today as well. And she basically said she, as a woman, doesn't want male characters gender swapped to be called like strong female
Basically, she's saying strong female characters anymore are pretty much men with tits. And we're losing femininity in our characters because we're just trying to make them men with tits. And she's not wrong. And that's something I've been saying before, too. It's like there's nothing wrong with being a woman. There's nothing wrong with being feminine. You can be a strong female character and not be a guy with boobs. It's just, possible.
Yeah, because we saw that with Terminator, especially, where it was like, let's just, it's basically a male action movie with women who are basically just.
Oh, and don't it makes it more strong female character too if they suddenly are, not straight either. That also seems to make it a strong female character. Basically a man with boobs.
So, meanwhile, what's performing at the box office as far as like a female driven movie, Little Women is actually doing really well. And it's interesting because these media outlets think that all these women should come out and support Birds of Prey when they clearly are not interested.
I have no desire to see this movie.
Yeah, they're not interested in this movie.
I would see Little Women though.
I
would, because I like that kind of stuff. I like the old books like that. I like the Jane Austen stuff. I mean, that's the stuff I like.
So it's almost like they're trying to, I don't know. This is just an observation. Take it from a man. Whatever it's worth. It's probably not worth very much current year, but it does seem like they're trying to basically create male action movies for women, and women are rejecting them, but then they turn around and blame men for that. Right,
and they have flat out say it's not for men, so men don't go, and then they're like, it's because you're misogynists, don't support strong female characters. Like, you just told them not to go.
Charlie's Angels,
I'm
Men in Black.
Gosh. They did Terminator and everything, and it's like, come on. You know what? Just make good movies who have good characters who happen to be male or female.
So why don't they just survey women and be like, what kind of movies, ladies, would you actually like to see? And they'll say Magic Mike.
I've never seen Magic Mike.
You don't need Magic Mike.
Oh, I don't.
Got Magic Me.
I was just thinking
Magical Me.
Magical you.
I could totally dance on a pole for you. I would do that for you.
Okay, you got to do this now.
First, we need to buy a pole. And then I need to learn how to dance.
It's true. He's not very good at it. No offense, but you're not.
I am good at some things.
I actually could dance because I had dance classes, but you just...
I jiggle.
He does.
I sort of... It's rhythmic jiggling. Some people might give me money for that, though.
It's a rhythmic gymnastics. It's rhythmic jiggle nasty.
Rhythmic jiggle nasty. That sounds like something Funimation would pick up and then drop. That's a new series from Japan. Rhythmic jiggle nasty. We didn't know what this series was about. It had tentacle monsters in it and stuff,
and a pole.
And a pole. And we didn't know what it was about. We got 2 episodes in, and we got complaints, and we pulled out. I don't even know where we're going with this anymore. So bottom line is and again, how come they never mention Wonder Woman? Wonder Woman was a huge hit.
And they never do because it doesn't go with their narrative.
Yeah, Alita. People are begging. Men and women are begging for Alita.
I know, and they never mention it ever.
And I watched Alita again on the plane.
I was gonna say you just watched it again.
Yeah, I watched it again. It's the first time I've watched it since I watched it in the theater last year. And I watched it again. I'm like, one, it's a damn good movie. It is a good movie. And 2, I'm like, I can see where they're having problems with it because she leans into her femininity. Even though she's an android, cyborg, she leans into it. She protects the men in her life. She protects her kind of sort of boyfriend.
Like a lot of women do.
Yeah, and her father figure. You know, but she's a stronger character because of it. Actually, that's the driving force, is she's trying to protect the people she loves.
This goes along with what I've been saying. I am so tired of being told that I'm feminist enough because I am a mom or a wife or because I embrace feminine things. And to me, I'm like, why does that make me not a strong woman? Why can't I kick ass and be feminine? I'm geeky flipping sparkles. Shinier the better, bitch. You know, that's what I gotta say.
So shiny.
My mom. Sorry, Mom.
The shinier, the better, bitch.
That's right.
That needs to be
Sparkle it up. That's why I need a t-shirt. The shinier, the better, bitch. Geeky sparkles.
Yeah. So I think they're basically, it's like, they did this with Doctor Who too, where they're like, they actually told women at a Doctor Who panel, I think it was the San Diego Comic-Con a couple of years ago, they told them that they were mistaken. They did not want to be the Doctor's girlfriend. They wanted to be the Doctor. They just didn't know it. It's like, and women in the audience were like, no, I kind of like the way Doctor Who is now. No, shut up. I'm telling you what you're going to like.
Well, that happens a lot. And then there's a lot of these women and these, you know, and there's a lot of men, when they go about, misogyny and mansplaining, I can't tell you how many men are like trying to tell me what I should or shouldn't think as a woman because they're super woke and they're going to tell me what's what.
Yeah, which is the opposite, isn't it?
It is. Well, like, that's not when that guy called me the swear words in Spanish, because I was basically like, wait a minute, you're calling me misogynist, I'm giving you my reasons, and you're mansplaining at me and calling me names like a misogynist. But you're telling me I'm the misogynist. You know, it's like, no, I'm tired of it. I mean, I'm tired. Like, I have an agent telling me I wasn't feminist enough because my female character smiled because a boy liked her. Well, I don't care if you're gay or straight. If your crush in high school likes you, you're gonna smile.
And that's the problem they had with Alita. Alita liked a boy, and Alita was willing to go to the ends of the earth to save this boy. Mm-hmm.
But if it was another woman, they would have been fine with it.
They would have been totally fine with it.
I'm just saying, it doesn't matter. I don't care. When you're in high school, I don't care if you are, straight or otherwise. The person you have a crush on, if they smile at you and makes you happy, you're going to smile. I don't care what way you lean. I really don't care. I'm just saying, when you're in high school, you all been there. You know how, in high school, you're all really insecure and it matters. It really, 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 really matters to you if that person likes you. It's going to make you happy. I don't care what this dipshit said. I basically told him that it was going to make you happy and I wasn't changing it.
Well, there you go. See,
and I didn't change it.
That was your agency, your female.
The agent was trying to take my agency.
The male feminist literary agent was trying to take your agency.
Yeah, male feminist about sums them up for sure.
Yeah. So anyway, maybe Hollywood needs to stop telling women the kind of movies they should like and start asking women what kind of movies they would like to see.
I don't know. Women didn't go to this either. But a lot of them went to Suicide Squad.
They did.
So I know a lot of women did because they talked about it. So yeah. I don't know.
So what the hell happened?
Just Hollywood. You need to start listening more and screwing around less.
What she said. Yeah, so we're going to wrap this up.
Yeah.
Okay, so please subscribe for more pop culture news, views, and rants. I'm sure we'll have a doozy tomorrow. It's Oscar night.
Oh.
So we'll see if the Joker gets anything. I'm actually thinking Joaquin Phoenix, Best Actor, and probably nothing else. But who knows? Best hair, maybe. They're not going to give it
Best hair.
Best hair. They got nominated for Best Costuming or something. I just don't see them giving Joker Best Picture, but who knows? Who knows? We'll see. All right, we'll wrap it up.
Yep.
Bye.
Bye.
Hey guys, thanks for watching Clownfish TV. Please consider supporting the channel. Go to clownfishsupport.com. That's clownfishsupport.com. And if you want to join our community, go to clownfishtalk.com. That's clownfishtalk.com. Please subscribe, ring the bell for notifications. We will talk to you next time.